Oh, sorry. What's going on, everybody? Trying to get this fucking thing right. There we go. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm gonna make sure the camera's good for everybody. Everybody. Let's go back to the top. Brad Harris. Always nice when you side isn't in the chat. Oh, be nice, Brad. We'll light him up if we need to. We'll keep him in check. Isaac Ramirez, Jeff Lee, David. Hope work is going well. Stay hydrated. I am hydrated, David. Thank you so much. I'm doing a 2 o'clock. A 2 o'clock today. That means it's a good day. Curtis, your shirt should be there. And just remember, Curtis, there's no mail delivery tomorrow, so probably Friday or Thursday. Game time, everyone. Enjoy how everybody's doing. How's everybody doing? So over. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing very good. Hope you're doing well. What do you guys think about Willie? Well, as I did a show on him last week, and I said they would be signing him after the UFL season was over, they indeed did that. Now, I haven't done my homework. I don't think that they were in on DeAndre Baker or Noah, the other guy. But I do think, and I still think, unless Gary and Connolly is signed with somebody, they may bring him in for a look-see as well. Oh yeah, Brad. What was wrong with it, buddy? I grew up on it when I was a little. Gene Anderson. Oh, old Anderson, Curtis. Yeah, that's it. I'm so glad. How's the Wisconsin weather, right? I can tell you, Curtis, right now it's about 91 in my vehicle. So yeah, Brad. No wind here, but it's going to be around 90 outside. Not too humid. Thank you, Mike Goldana. Did Drew McIntyre actually quit WWE, or is this an angle for the storyline? I got to talk to my kids. Mike, I didn't even get a chance to watch Clash at the Castle. I was working, and I didn't even know. I mean, I know what happened. CM Punk, but EJB, what up? Devil Dog, what's going on? What's going on? Mr. Cowboy. Game time, Brian. I appreciate that. And tell Brad, thank you all, both of him. Willie's going to be okay. Willie's going to be fine. Adds depth. Now, here's my thing, Curtis. Multiple teams were in on Willie Harvey Jr. I sure hope one of them was the Eagles, and I'm only saying that because they need linebackers in the worst way. But he chose Dallas. March Hutchton, what's up, buddy? How's everybody? And hello to chat coming in. Yeah, I don't know where everybody at. It's only saying there's 7 people in here. That's weird. Maybe because I'm early. Stay hydrated. I watched it again, and I think it's a work. Okay. Very possible, Curtis. Very possible. My kids would know, especially my son Trevor. He knows everything about everything when it comes to wrestling. He is a beast. I told him he should do a wrestling. I really told him he should do a wrestling YouTube channel. But he's in love right now, so we probably don't have a lot of time for that. Women tend to do that to you. If Rob A, if you're in the house, or if you plan on the SmackDown is going to be held in Chicago, CM Punk. Oh yeah, of course, that's where he's from. CM Punk. I'm thinking about doing tomorrow night's live stream. Just make it a channel member Zoom as well. Then Rob he can't make the Sunday, so I may start doing that before training camp, making Wednesday night the channel member Zoom as well. Why does Stephen Jones like to shop at the dollar store? Short Dog? Because he's a cheap bastard. Sorry. Did I say that? Short Dog. They buy their wine from 7-Eleven, man. They think it's cool, I guess. Yeah, Drew McIntyre is re-signed, yes. Has your son seen the Iron Claw? I think no, he has not yet, Devil Dog. We were talking about it. Man, I'm late today. No, I'm early, Art. Normally I go on at 2:30, brother. So, Brad, what was wrong with your AC, man? It needed to be charged, and it was the blower motor, or it was a motor outside in the condenser motor, right? Short dog, devil dog, and Arturo. So yeah, that's what I'll probably do. I haven't told Phil, but I'm not positive. Phil said he'd be on Wednesdays. I just think it'd be good to do a channel member Zoom on Wednesday night, just because not a lot of people can make Sundays. So, especially now that there's not a lot to talk about, why not do two? Do two channel member Zoom calls. So, that would be fun, I think. So that's what we're going to do. Tomorrow night, Rob A, be there, my friend. Brad Harris, put the dog to, give him, you sedate the dog. Tropical Storm Albert is going to hit us tomorrow. Short dog, I watch Reed Timmer, Reed Timmer, Timmer. Check him out, Short dog. He has a storm chasing channel. He's been doing it for years. He used to be on that show, Storm Chasers, on Discovery. I think it was Discovery, but I could be wrong there. What's up, Arturo? So I'll have that on the background starting tomorrow night. Because he gonna be streaming, hitting them storms out there. But, I hope you're safe. Thanks, Jeff Lee. Chris May, what's up? Tomorrow night, buddy. Be there. Tomorrow night, Chris May, 8 o'clock. We're going to do a channel member Zoom on Wednesday nights now. Phil will be there, but since not everybody can make Sunday. El Paso, Texas, 101 today. Arturo. Woo! Yes, motor needed to be charged. Also sprayed for a leak. Glad it fixed because it's a... Brad, I know what I'm talking about. I just can't fix it for you. Make sure I get a pizza, too. I want to see some fresh pizza, Chris. Chris, I'm considering getting one of those pizza ovens. Let me know what you think about that. Just like the kind you put outside, the smaller ones. I like a good pizza, especially in the summertime. Instead of reheating the oven or putting in a frozen pizza, make a homemade pizza outside. Going to check you out tomorrow night, too. Curtis, thank you. Like I said, obviously I'd like to build up my members. I think we're up to 22 the last I checked. But, that's... Brad's like, you'll get 25 the first weekend. Brad, people... I don't blame you. Even though it's only $4.99, people don't want to lock into nothing. Now, you're not locked in. You can cancel any time. But that does help with all the other BS. Yeah, Chris, that's what I'm talking about. One of those... They have a few different ones. You know what I'm talking about. Where it's got the stone inside. Nothing huge. It's got the legs on it. It's my mother-in-law's birthday today. We have to go over to the house. Nice, Arturo. Tomorrow night, you should be able to join into that Zoom call, my friend. We need to start seeing you on there. Right on, Arturo. I'm in the Red River. Ooh, Red River. My father used to talk about the Red River. Devil dog. My father was born in Oklahoma, raised in Oklahoma as an early kid, and he moved to Dallas. Me and Vinny were talking about what's the best Philly cheesesteak. Curtis, Vinny would... I have my own, and it's not Pat's, Geno's, or Tony Luke's. There's a lot of ones outside the city. These homemade pizza got a little expensive for me. Yeah, Mark Hutchton, yeah, I'm not going to go nuts on it, but every once in a while, But I hear you, Mark. Sometimes, I want it's something different, Temperature will be in the high 90s Friday. Mike Galdan, it's going to be 97, 98 Friday and Saturday. So, I think the last time I counted, you were... Brad, I don't think so, brother, unless I got two more. Yes, Brian, I'm about 45 minutes north of Dallas, yes. My like I said, my father was born and raised in Ada, Oklahoma, but he moved to Dallas. Devil Dog, I got a little like trivia. My uncle, my dad's long since passed. My dad was an older man when I was born. He was 10 years older than my mother. Uh, but my dad's brother, which would be my uncle, um, opened the first 7-Eleven franchise in Dallas, Texas. Not like he didn't invent 7-Eleven. He opened the first franchise store, which was in Dallas. I wonder if it's the same store that Jerry bought the box of wine or whatever the hell he bought. Ruben Walls, what's up? Listen, I want to do a quick. I want to stop everybody, and I'll do it tomorrow as well. We lost one of our own. I didn't know about it until I saw it on Facebook. Eric Weirs. I don't know if you guys remember seeing his name in here. Eric Weirs. He was from Texas. I met him. I went down with Mark Holmes to work on Stewart's house after he passed away. The goal was to meet Stewart while he was alive. Stewart passed away right before we got there. Eric Weirs showed up for like 3 days in a row. He was there all week helping us out. Every time that we had like all the demo, we demoed a lot. We demoed the whole bathroom. We demoed doorways. He probably took at least 3 full bed overflowed truckloads of debris to the junkyard. Eric Weirs passed away last Friday. He was young. I don't know the cause. I hate having to speculate, but what a selfless person. He never met me or Mark. Now, I didn't meet Mark prior to going to Texas. I knew Mark. We've talked on the phone, but we never met in person. Well, no, I met Mark. I did meet Mark. I met Mark once at the tailgate. And he was very busy. I bought I bought a rack, a shot glass rack off of him, and I bought one of those thick-ass cutting boards off of him. And, of course, I went to the tailgate. He gave me Roland's reviews order. I got her order, or she got my order. So we both made out. Mark lost money on that transaction, but it is what it is. We'll blame Michael Anthony Fitness reaction gig economy on that one. But Eric Weirs showed up and worked his ass off. And his son posted on Facebook, and I just saw it. Eric Weirs' channel, subscriber, gone far too early. Rest in peace, Eric. That's awesome. Good to know. Small world. Yes, Devil Dog. Yeah, I got Devil Dog. I actually got family in Plano. We don't it's not like we don't talk. I don't know who they are anymore. Like I said, my father was older. Back in 92 and 93, I remember going to Plano, Devil Dog, and my God, has it changed from 2 years ago. It's so built up, Plano. When I went back in the day, I remember going to the Dallas Eagle game in 92 and then again in 93. And there was nothing out there. Now it's that whole street, that main road right there that goes through Plano is friggin' jammed. What's up, Clemente? There he is. I'm going to get that tattoo, brother. I remember him. Ruben Walls is very sad, brother. I don't know the details. It's kind of rude for me to ask, but I don't think it's good. The Joneses get the wine from Sutherland store to get players in the dollar store. There you go. Good wine. Sounds good to me right now. Yes. Arturo, am I weird that I like to throw an ice cube in my wine? Is that weird? Yeah, Brad. It was rough, man. What a nice guy. I'm going to have his picture, and I'll make sure I show it on the live stream tomorrow night. Yeah, Ruben, it's rough, man. I'm worried about Tommy Montoya. That's who I'm worried about. I heard some news about Tommy, but I don't know if it's Tommy. I'm worried about him. Sad news. Yeah, Clemente, that sucks, man. Yeah, Arturo. Michael Irvin's been through a lot, way too much. It's always hard when you lose anyone. Ruben Walls, tell me about it, man. When the first game went to Texas Stadium. Nice, nice game. To Hamid, what's up, brother? I used to live in Plano back in the mid-90s. All right, so Devil Dog, you know what I'm talking about. I was there 92, 93. I've been to Dallas a few times since then, but not Plano. Stuart lived in Plano. We were there 2 years ago. Oh, my God. Is that place built up? We drove from Salina to Plano every day. That's a nice ride. And then we went from Plano to AT&T. I didn't go in, but there's a Walmart right there. Philly D, what's up, brother? So, Plano Frisco Prosser is unbelievable on a hotspot for new business. Mike Aldana, yeah, I loved it so much. I'm like, I could, they consider moving out here. It's not what everybody thinks about. It's not as cheap as it once was to live in Texas. That, at least not there. Frisco, Mike, what's his name? Mike Fisher did the right thing. He bought a house when he found out Dallas was relocating. I wish I would have done that and left and bought a house. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's too friggin' hot in the summer. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm worried about Tommy. Salina. Yes. Yeah, we stayed in Salina. I believe that's is it the romaine lettuce capital? I don't know. One of the lettuces. That's where they make a lot of the lettuce. The one thing I'm worried about is traveling. I got to travel in July for a vacation. A tornado, East Texas, Houston. Arturo, I thought tornado season's just about over. Philly D, yeah, man. But another subscriber, Philly D, Eric Weirs, he helped us. He just out of nowhere showed up at what's his name's house after he passed away when me and Mark went to Texas to Stuart Morrison's house, and he busted his ass for 3 days. My dog is loving that the ace. I'm sure he is, Brad, or she is. Randy's doing better, Philly D. Randy's doing better. Salina. What up, Curtis and Jeff? Vinny Hagen. We got hurricanes in East Texas right now. Just look at the Gulf. Yeah. Sorry to hear. Yeah, I'm not trying to break people down. This isn't like, I'm not. But again, we all get, I've been making a lot of videos, not a lot to talk about. I've been making a lot of videos on Eagle stuff. And I didn't look at the comments yet. I'm sure there's going to be some rude ones. I'm as fair as they come, but man, they're really getting lit up. Jalen Hurts is under a lot of pressure, and so is that head football coach. It's crazy. Tornadoes are not common during the summer in Texas, but stranger things have happened. So, but anyway, Devil Dog, it's not cheap to buy in Texas anymore. The property taxes are up there. And I live in Jersey. I'm like, what's the sense? I looked at places to live. I'm probably just going to keep my home base where I'm at and hit the road for half the year. But my middle kid wants to buy my house, so of course I'll give him an unbelievable deal because I can't screw my own kid. So at least I'll have a home base. You have a storm cellar? Yeah, I used to hear nightmare stories, Devil Dog, of my parents, man, of my father. Yeah, Randy is doing better. He's got a long way to go, but he's definitely doing better. I saw a video. I'm a little sketch about doing these, but I'll do it for Randy. I'm going to share his GoFundMe on my live stream tomorrow. He's dealing with a lot of medical bills, So I will share it if anybody wants to donate anything. Could blow up for the Birds. Something is definitely going on with Hurts and Sirianni. Philly D, I expect the Birds to make a big move. Big move before the season for a linebacker. I do. I don't think they have enough, Philly. I have a feeling Philly was in on Willie Harvey. And if I'm Willie Harvey, I think you would have been better off going to the Eagles. I think they need I think they need to make a move for a linebacker. Could it be Hurts or Sirianni on the way out? Clemente. Hurts can't be based on his salary. His contract hasn't really hit the books that hard yet. In 2026, 2027, oh my lord. Where he is, east side. What's up, my man? Why would you root for Boston? Just because they beat the Mavericks? That's not nice. The new movie of Tornadoes is coming out. I don't think we have to go to the movies for that yet. You mean it's probably on, like, you can get it on Prime or something? Yeah, shout out. Listen, I'm going to say the Mavs had a great year. Stop shitting on Luka. Luka is who he is. They need to find a way to add a couple more pieces. But they got to the NBA Finals, for crying out loud. That was not in my thought. Harvey's a tackling machine for what I've seen. Vinny, he is. And of course, the outsiders are going to shit on him because we signed a UFL guy. But we signed one last year, and he ended up being the best kicker in all of football. Arguably. Brandon Aubrey was the man. And then the year before, we had the best special teamer in all of football we got from the XFL/UFL, Cavante Turpin. Texas has too many people relocating there, and it's causing influx. Yeah, Mike, I just can't do it. I'll get in and get out. They say one of the cheapest places is Alabama, but who the hell wants to move to Alabama? South Carolina, but it's muggy as shit down there. Jojo, how are you, Jojo? Again, I haven't seen your answer, Joe. You got the hat and the shirt? I threw the shirt in because I know you wanted a medium. And I never wore it. Yeah, and if you responded, I'm sorry I didn't see it. Big Daddy East Side. Oh, here we go. Ever heard anything about Nate Pete before or after the OT? Arturo. He's going to be on the team. I know DMV did a video, a short video, and he wasn't high on him. I actually am high on him. He's putting a foot in the ground. It takes him a little bit to get the speed, but he runs at 4.3. So, can't hurt. A little speed can't hurt. Yeah, it is sad, Vinny. Very sad. I just hope Sixers beat Celtics next year. Curtis, Sixers have a lot of work to do. They keep trying to get this star, trying to get that star. They might be sitting there holding their the bag. We'll call it the bag with all the money in it. They're not being able to give it away, you know. Because Paul George, do you really want Paul George at 40 or 50 million a year? I don't know about that. That would be a good big three, but he's always hurt. OG Anunoby at 40-something a year, he's always hurt. I'd rather try and make a trade, but, you know. Are you guys talking about UFL players again? Yeah. I believe Willie will make the practice squad. Mark Hutchinson, 5'11", 230. He's a hitting machine. I think he may make the regular. I think he may make the squad. But we'll see. That's the one area. I expect a lot of these offensive linemen that have been around here doing nothing are going to be out the door. I live in Midland, Texas. Michael Dana. Oh, you lived in? Yeah, I know you're in Maryland now. I lived in Midland, Texas at one point in the area along with Odessa. Odessa, my dad used to talk about Odessa all the time. I think my father lived in Odessa. It's about to look like Dallas, Fort Worth. Yeah. Brandon Aubrey and Cavante Turpin batting 1,000 other. Listen, Clemente, that's a fact. The Eagles can't handle pressure when bad things go their way. Arturo, that's going to be interesting to see. Because Jalen Hurts is not that guy to be able to shoulder all the pressure. He's not like a Dak. He's not going to stand up there and be political and say everything's great, which I don't like that about Dak, but at least Dak will take care of his coaches. and he won't throw anybody under the bus. What Jalen did was just throw Sirianni under the bus and then backed over him. We need some downhill thumpers. Yeah, and that's who he is, Double Dog. He ain't gonna give you the sideline. Are you very busy today with packing? No, I'm not, Jeff. Very good day for me. A lot of tumbleweeds in Odessa. Devil Dog, yes. My father he lived in Odessa sometimes. So Devil Dog, where my father was raised, it was a small house. I'm going to go back there one day. I don't even know if the house is still there, but I want to go and see all my relative cemeteries and gravestones. I've always wanted to do that. I should have went to a family reunion a few years ago, but I didn't. But I'm going to go back there. Supposedly the house they lived in and grew up in, you could see through the wall. So I'm sure that's not even there anymore. Harvey is Sam Mills type player. Okay, I like that. Yeah, Philly D. Again, the Philly media can't handle that. They want everybody to kiss everybody's ass. But what I said in my video, Philly D, and some people might look at Philly D, you can only imagine how many people comment and email me negative shit, and you could tell that they don't watch the video. Because I said nothing disrespectful. I was nothing but respectful. For the most part. But when they start talking about you, that means you've been a successful team. If they're not talking about you, like the Houston Texans, nobody's really talking about it. Now they're starting to get talked about. Prior to this past year, nobody cared about the Texans, East Side. They could give two shits about the Houston Texans. Yes, I received both of them. You missed yesterday. Oh, yeah. JoJo, it's hard for me to see every little thing, especially when I actually try and talk. But that's cool. I know the shirt that Mark made, they're not the best of quality of shirts, so I wouldn't dry it. But it is cool. It was last year's draft shirt. Why he thought I was a medium, I'll never know. So why is everyone against Dak? He's classic. Vinny, I love Dak. It just, again, I'm okay either way. And I report, and in the same thing, Philly D and Vinny, I reported that OTAs and in practice leading up to, Trey Lance has not looked very good. That doesn't mean he's a failure, and I got ripped for that. So I guess I'm just supposed to be a homer. Is that what everybody wants? Just me to be a homer and just say how great Dallas is and how bad everybody else is? I guess I could do that. Hey, Alina, I can't do it. That's not who I am. But would you like that better? Count Dracula on a sled. Curtis. Game time, Brian. No dog stories throughout your career. Oh, I have plenty. I have a few. I'm running down the end now. We'll have to talk about that. You need to hop on my Zoom call, Clemente. Tomorrow night. Brad, it's so true, right? Andrews Highway between Odessa and Midland is getting really built up. Yeah. No, keep management on their toes. That's kind of how I am, but man, I'm always pissing somebody off. Mark says that means you're doing good, but it's frustrating. It's like, you can tell these people aren't even watching the damn video. We need 12 personnel. Jeff Lee, early in the season, definitely. Not a Dak, the player fan, but I like the Dak the man has carried himself well. Joey, very nice of you to say, because I know you are rather critical. Nah, speak your brain, don't be fake. Philly D, that's kind of how I am. And I'm just, dude, you live here. You know what I'm talking about. They got nothing better to talk about, so they're going to analyze that friggin' Jalen Hurts press conference. I mean, just look at the Philly D. There's no press conference in the world more famous than Allen Iverson, right? AI, that was my guy. My dad was stationed in Norfolk, as we used to call it, for years. We used to go to Norfolk, Virginia every summer. We would go right by where he's from. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game that I love. We talking about practice. That press conference will live in infamy. I believe they need to take the quarterback off the side. Mark Hutchinson, I think Mark is on the wrong end of that. I think a quarterback salaries are almost plateaued. Maybe 10 more mil a year, then it's going to go back down. Philly D, you got a great, or are you franchise doing the ownership? Yeah, you have a great, they have a great franchise in Philly. They just need to get a great defense, because that offense is going to be pretty good. It's not me neither, just Dak is person's classy. There's a federal prison in Colorado City inmate. I know Michael Dana, it's a little too personal. I shouldn't say it. How are you feeling, Philip? He's going to check out the dance show. Yeah, yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I like Dak. I want Super Bowl win too. Me too. Keep it real, be honest. You'll be golden. Thanks, Devil Dog. I appreciate you, Curtis. Not no management is perfect, but getting a player signed. Eagles were, yeah, Philly D. I always give Eagles credit for having a good front office. I worked at Fort Stockton, Texas. All right, that's past my 30. So we got a little overtime. Remember, tomorrow night, me and Phil are going to have a channel member Zoom. Please log on. But I'll talk to you tomorrow. Or maybe later. You might see me tonight. But live stream tomorrow night. Peace.